Today we have to me it's an interesting one. It's a Maco 6 transistor. And this Maco is actually made by Matsushita, which is, or Matsushita, however you want to pronounce it, which is Panasonic. So I guess this was before Panasonic was the name. Maco, Matsushita company, maybe? I don't know. Maco. I don't think I've seen a Maco before this one. Anyway, are there any batteries in it? I don't think so. We'll open her up. It's got an interesting bottom, the way it opens up. It looks like it's an older one. This is the nice leather case that came with it. It even says it right on the back there. Matsushita Electric Company, made in Japan. It's that external battery. Is that what that is? An external, yeah, external battery. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get the camera set up here and give this thing a try, see if she works. We are back. Alright, let's see. Open and close. Let's open that thing up and see what we can do with it. Who knows? It may even just work. You never know. Some of these old radios are just so well made. Yeah, usually Panasonics are don't just work. I like a Zenith. Zeniths usually just work, but Panasonics. Okay, it takes AA bat. Oh, look, here you go. Maco, it's a model T-50. It uses 4 penlight batteries, which is obvious. Here's a little serial tag. Okay. Ooh. Unfortunately, the plastic is just like, oh, this thing, oh my gosh. Let's save all those little tiny pieces. This thing, somebody must have played football with it. It must have been dropped. All the, everything on the bottom here is broken. There's pieces missing from there. Alright, well, we have a bunch of the little plastic pieces here. I mean, they're very tiny. I guess if you had the wherewithal, you could probably glue some of those back together. Well, you know what? The thing is, this is all loose, so it required the rigidity of the case to hold those batteries in place. So we're going to have to do something. Yeah, maybe that's why it broke. Maybe just the plastic is just dry and the pressure of the batteries just made it break. Good looking banana slicer in there. Ooh, I just saw, I thought that might have been something running, but look, the little bugs are just so gross to me. Look at all the little pieces coming out here. What is that? What is all that? These aren't plastic. I mean, I don't know what that is. You know, maybe it's like battery residue. I'm going to pick up that little bug, and we're going to try to get a close-up shot of that. Oh, come on, please, people, please. Alright, let's try to see if I can get a close-up of this. I need a little tweezer here. These things are so gosh gross. Alright, yeah, here you go. Let's see if you can see that. I'm not sure if it'll focus on that. But you can see little, I don't know what kind of bug that is, but you can see little feet on it. It's dead, whatever it is. Oh, gross. Get it into the trash thing here. Alright, I don't know if that came out of this radio. I know that little Z-net had those little bugs in it, so it may have still been on here from that. I'm not sure. Oh, I see what those little these little white things are. Those are the little insulators that go in front of the banana slicer. So that's going to have to be fixed. That can't just float around. That has to be isolated. So we'll have to figure something out. It's a little one-stage. Actually, no, it's two-stage banana slicer. It's a big one, though. It's a nice big one. All right, let's see. Let's see. We got. How's this going to work here? Can we put? Use a power supply? There's an awful lot of wires going to the. Oh, you know what? Maybe one of them just goes around. I think we're okay. All right. Hang on a second. Let's get 6 volts on the power supply. Let's get the old Victorinox or whatever you call this. This little knife is probably 70 plus years old, and it's in decent condition for something this old, and it's complete. I've had this probably since I was 15 years old, and the guy who gave it to me had it for gosh knows how many years. He was an older gentleman. Alright, let's see. So, it looks like this is going to be plus. You don't have to worry about the ground, everything's broken off. And the blue one looks like it's going to be minus. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see, does it work? Nothing. We got nothing. We've got no current draw. Maybe we're not in the right place. Let's see. It's hard to, let's see. So here's a black wire, and that black wire is going to here. So this has got to be, that's got to be negative. And that has to be plus. Oh no, there it goes. All right. It's doing something. Very faint, very deaf. Very deaf radio. Alright, so let's see, let's take the guts out of this one and see if we can figure it out. I'm sure this is going to be a simple one to fix. These usually are. We need a common. It's going to be more of a challenge trying to get this case back together. I have to figure out some way to do it. I'll have to maybe get it all, once it's fixed, get it all back into position and get some JB weld or something on the inside. There's more. The orange pieces of plastic are very important to keep, I think. We're going to have to do something about that. About the banana slicer. We'll have to figure out the old banana slicer. Ye old banana slicer. Alright, let's get this out of here. Let's see. We've got one screw. Let's see. It looks like this screw right here. That one's a common and this one's a Phillips. That's kind of interesting that they would do that. But it is what it is. Alright, let's see. Does it come out? Is that it? Just 2 screws? It's got to be more than 2 screws. Okay, this one here's got to come out too. This one's got a little isolator on there. I've got to remember to put that back. Although it's really not doing anything. Alright, ooh. She's falling to bits. Is that it? Come on, get out of there. Gotta see what the... Did I miss something? Let's see. There's enough of this radio's broken. I don't want to break it anymore. I like this radio because it's orange. Ooh, look at that speaker in there. What a good looking speaker. Of course, you know, those wires are going to be hanging off in a minute anyway. Alright, knowing these Panasonic Matsushita radios, chances are the problem is going to be a capacitor. Let's see. I like these dog bones in there. Now this capacitor right here is a little bulbous on the end, but I don't know if that means anything. It just may be the actual shape of it, but I don't know if somebody replaced that. That's what I'm just trying to look at. Trying to see if somebody replaced that, because the wire is kind of wavy. You know, if it was from the factory, that would be straight. So it's possible somebody had replaced that in the past. Ooh, look. I don't know if you can see what I see here, but again, we got tin whiskers all over the germanium transistors. Can you see that on there? Look at that. Can you see the right here are 2 germanium transistors right there. Let's see if we can shine. It's you need a certain kind of light. Let's see if you can see that on there or not. Let me get a good angle here. Let's see. Boy, these are really furry too. These are interestingly fuzzy. I mean, I could see it pretty good, especially this one here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Let me see if I can get a good angle. Maybe it's definitely growing something on there. Can you see the little sparklies on there? It's so weird that they do that. Again, I don't know that it's doing it on the inside, but it's certainly doing it on the outside. It's crazy, huh? Is that the only 2? It looks like that may be the only 2. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, alright, so we're going to use... Oh, look, this fell out of there, you know. That, this case is ridiculously... The plastic is ridiculously dry. And it came off of right here, it looks like. This whole thing's going to have to be glued back together. I don't know if this radio stands much a chance. But we're going to make it electrically work anyway. You know, I don't know. It doesn't really look that bad on the outside. It's long. Somebody must have dropped it. I mean, I know these plastics get pretty hard, but somebody must have dropped it at some point. Anyway, we're going to do the same procedure like I did just by jumping the capacitor with a similar value to find the bad one. I think, let's see, that's a transistor. So we got, looks like we have 2 right here. It doesn't look like there's many. It looks like that's it. That's all there is. So, I'm trying to see what that green thing is. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe they'll just replace those 2. I guess we could just do that. I guess that's would be easy enough. Ooh, look at the... I hope that sparklies are coming out on the camera there. I think this camera's capable of doing 4K. I should do some videos in 4K. Especially one like this. Right on this side, there is a really long whisker sticking out towards the left, right towards that transformer. It's such a strange thing. Anyway, I'm not touching that. I don't want to touch it. we're going to try to jump out these two. Let's see. This is a 30 microfarad. It looks like 30 at 3 volts. And this one is a 50 at 15 volts. And I think that one certainly looks like somebody had changed it. And if you look at the solder here, it's all kind of messy over there. So I think somebody had replaced that. But either way, oh, let's grab, let's see. I have a little, what did I say, 30. So if we get a 47, it'll probably do good for either one of those. Just to jump them out and see if it'll actually make sound. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump it out to try to make sound. So let's get the 6 volts back on there. We got plusative, and then we got minusative right here. Of course, the plusative came back off again. I'm going to flip it around this way so the wires are out of my reach here. Get on there, please, please. We need to get different kind of clippies. There you go. Just stay on there, just for a few minutes. Did I get it on the right one? Oh no, it's the wrong one. Okay, there you go. Let's get a channel tuned in. Alright, we got full volume right there. It's in this corner here. Oops. Let's see, it's right in here. Let's see if I can... So the first one looks like it's here. Right here. This is the one that was already... looks like it's been replaced. Nope, that didn't do anything. And then there's another one behind it. There you go. Alright, so that looks like that's going to be the problem right there. So let's go ahead and get that. Is there anything else in there? Let's see. I think that's about the only 2 caps in this radio. Did I get the right spot though? I think it's these two. These. Oh, come on. Don't start messing with me now. I really can't see which one's plus or not, but sure makes a difference, so let's just go ahead and do it. The other one, yeah, the other one doesn't seem to be bad, but alright, well, you know what, we're going to pull that one out of there. Let's just grab, let's go ahead and get that cap out of there. It happens to be one of those little plasticky gray ones, so those are pretty common for being bad anyway. Let's see if we can get it out. Just figure out which. Yeah, it's definitely that lead right there. Let's just try to bend it up. Okay, there's one. So this is the other side. Yeah, it's right here. It's this right here. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I'm try to solder wick it off. Sometimes solder wick works easily, sometimes it gives you a hard time. With solder wick, if you get a good batch that has a good amount of flux in it, it works really well. Like this one. But if you have if you're trying to remove a component or solder from a circuit board that is delicate, you could add a little flux. You can even rub the flux onto the solder wick. You can even do that, and it just helps it along and makes it work a lot better. Alright, there you go. Alright, is it leaking at all? So let's see, the plus goes to the right. And I don't know. Let's grab a little Q-tip here. Oh, let's see. There's some stuff that looks like it's on the board, but I think it's just flux or something from when it was being made. So this again, it's a 30 microfarad at 3 volts. So of course we're not going to have a 30, but let's see. Let's look in the crap cap drawers. I think we may have some. Let's see what we got here. We got 33s right here. Look at that. The 33. We're going to use that because they're small. We even got smaller ones. Look at those little tiny ones. I like to use these little low profile caps. That's a 16 volt. What's this one? Let's see. This is a 10 volt. We're going to use the 10 volt. On those little Sony ICF radios and what's that? The SW1S. I've done a couple of those, and those, instead of putting surface mount back on the board, I just use those little low profile because they're just easier, especially when it's in a tight spot and you don't have much room. See, I'm just going to put it through the little holes there. And you don't have much room to get in there with to solder on the new capacitor. So that's, or you know, using a what's it called? A surface mount. Surface mount. I've got a hot air thing up there. Hang on a second. I'm being summoned. I'll be right back. Alright, so we need to put the solder that capacitor back in. The capacitor. You know what? I had a guy gave me a radio he wanted me to repair. Actually, it wasn't. It was a tape deck. He said, I think it needs capacitors. I said, capacitors? Really? Yeah. It's a good thing I got a whole big box full of capacitors. The old capacitator trick. You know, there was a movie that had the flux capacitor. Actually, I teased them a little while, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's see. Let's see if that's in place. Let's see if that did the old trickarunio. It'd be nice if those wires just a little bit longer, but I guess we could do it like this. This is okay. This is okay. This will work. This will work. There's one. Let's see. The blue one was the nedge. The nedge. Well, it's a little louder, but it still doesn't seem loud enough. It doesn't seem loud enough, so...
Typically we see one who's in charge, and I refer to that as the conductor.
I mean, it could... sometimes I notice with these radios... Oh, look, there's another little bug in there. Yeah, that bug came out of this radio. I'm going to pluck it out of there, and you're going to see it. You ready? Oh, no, it's not. It's just a rusty washer. Never mind. Thought it was a bug. Just turned out to be a rusty washer. Anyway, what I was saying is sometimes when you have the radio apart, it seems like it's playing really low. Then you put it back together, and the acoustics of the cabinet and all that make it sound okay. So, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's like on the verge. I think it should be a bit louder than this. So let's try to jump that other capacitor that looks like it was already changed. see. No, it's not that one. Is that a diode? That looks like a diode right there. Is that a diode? That's a very, very strange looking diode. It's very fat. I hate that we have so much noise, that noise floor, whatever the hell that is, that buzzing. It could be from one of my instruments up here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to unplug everything. It's hard to get to where the AC plugs are because they're all in the back, but one day we'll have to do that. We'll have to unplug everything one at a time to see. Alright, did we miss anything? What's this right here? Okay, here's one right, here's a 3 volt 5 microfarad right here. Let's see if that, let's see if we can get to it. Let me see, you know what, instead of, we have a 40, so let me get a closer value. So that one's a 5. Let's put the 47 back. I actually, here's an odd one right here. I have a couple of hundred of these. These are 1.5 microfarad at 50 volts. 1.5. I got a whole dump load of those. I don't know exactly what they were for. Let's see. Where's the 47s? I can put this one back. And then it goes there. All right. So we need like a, what's close to 5 here? Let's see, what do we got that's close to 5? Here's a 4.7, which is going to be as close in the current values. Alright, let's see. Let's get back to a channel here. Alright, so it's right here. What's this one? Is that a 0.02? There's another one right there. Okay, let's try this one first. It's right in here somewhere. That makes it a little louder too. Alright, so that one needs to be replaced as well. That one's a little weak. So let's go ahead and get that one out of there. I just know these wires are going to be coming off here pretty soon. And that was this one right here. Right there. And let's see, we'll take the soldering iron again and just wiggle it around so we can figure out which ones they are. I don't know if it's that one. It's definitely this one right here, for sure. Let's pull that straight up, like a flag. Is it this one right here? Let's see. Yep. Alright, let's see. Let's get the... we could always unsolder. Ooh. I could smell that phenolic board heating up. Well, phenolic, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know if I got the right thing unsoldered here. We're just going to unsolder a couple of things here just to make sure we get it. Let's see. Oh, let's see if that did it. Hold on. It could be a fact that, yeah, that's it. That this radio just has all bad caps too. Alright, so plus is down, plus is down. So plus goes right next to the disc cap. And now what did I say that was? A 3 volt 5 micro. We're going to stick this one in there, this 4.7. It's a 4.7 at 50. Ugh. Do I have any small ones in this cabinet here? Let's see. Here's 4. Well, these are also 4.7 at 50. So what are you? Here's 2.2. All the 4.7s are empty from here, it looks like. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just say, oh, really? Really? I dumped them all. Oh, well, just stay there. We're going to put this one in there. I know this one's good. Those other ones are possibly not good. Anyway, let's go ahead and put that in there. I don't usually like to put 50 volt cap where a 10 volt came out, but in most of the time in these little radios it doesn't matter. Come on. A little piece of the gotta get that good and heated up. A little piece of the trace had come off, so it made like a U shape. So it's just not wanting to solder very well, but I got it. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Let's move you over here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, let's see. Let's see how much better it is now. If at all. If at all, if at all. Let's see, you. Oh yeah.
Catholic, right? Smartest guy. So am I, and I'm positive about it. So thank you, Daniel. Father, it's been a great conversation. Believe it or not, we've reached the end of the program.
So we had 2 bad caps in this beautiful little Maco. You know what? The Circa Resort and Casino. What were these? These were like 2.2. This is probably too big for... Look at that. So right here, there's a 5 right there. See that 5? That's the last one right there. Now, every one of the caps in this radio was bad. Just kind of amazes me. Every one of them was bad. Alright, so let's grab that one out of there. And this radio is going to be affixed. Oh, every one. Every capacitator was bad. We got all bad capacitors. The old capacitator. Alright. You know what, I was in a video a long time ago, I was kind of making jokes about these bra commercials. All of a sudden, like I just would see bra commercials like constantly for this bra called the Shapermint, and I remember it because it's just such a goofy name. But anyway, I was, as a joke, I made a joke about it, and I always say everything listens to you. You know, even the remote control for my television has a microphone in it. The sound bar has a microphone in it. But anyway, I was making jokes about that that Shapermint bra, and then all of a sudden, I've never seen one of those commercials again. That was it. So, all right, there it goes. All right, I'll make sure I don't pull the pull the trace off, but I want to make sure that I get it out and I can see what's what. Okay, so plus goes down, and this one is another 5 microfarad. So we need another one of those 4.7s. Looks like we're going to use another one. We're going to have to get some more. This is, it's a 47. Let's see, 4.7. The 1.5s are actually interesting. That I think that's an odd value. It's 2.2, 3.3. This one's got to be 4.7. 4.7. 4.7. All right. And then the plus we said goes down, so it's going to go this way. It's going to go that way and this way. But we're still going to have to figure out a fix for the cabinet on this thing. This cabinet's still oh man, piece of the, I guess it don't matter, we'll just bend it over. Yeah, that cabinet's not doing too well in this. I guess that it seems like it's possible that the plastic is just kind of weak because it's very old, but I have a feeling that this thing took a tumble at some point in its life. Someone somewhere dropped it or did something that they shouldn't have. Alright, let's see. Look at those beautiful transistors in there. And especially the ones with the whiskers, the tin whiskers all over. Alright, let's turn it this way so we have the controls and stuff up. And then it's just easier to work with it, right? So the negative goes here. Are we in the picture? I'm sorry if I'm not in the frame. That's like ridiculous, huh? Let's surprise ourselves. Alright, here you go. There you go. Now that's how it's supposed to sound.
It has a 4% chance of hitting the moon in 2032.
It gets loud enough where it's literally uncomfortable to listen to. So here is the problem right there. All 3 of those capacitors were bad. All 3 of them. I wonder if this is an odd, if it's a common radio or not. I wonder. The Maco. All right, let's see. Let's see how it works. It's got a nice big ferrite antenna. Of course, we're going to have to do something about I guess we could put. I don't think I have any type of like grommets, but you know what? Hang on a second. I have a little O-ring kit for air conditioning, and I think maybe we can put like a O-ring on each side of the screw. So hang on, I'm going to go grab. All right, so we got this little set here. This little Amazon set of. Oh, look, they're all stuck to the top there. Look at that. I don't know what these things are made of, but nitrile? I don't know. Some kind of stuff. They're all mixed up anyway, I guess. Let's see if we could just knock them back down into the thing so they don't just start flopping all over the place. Chances are we're going to be using these little ones anyway right here. Let's see. I'd like to have one that's a little thicker maybe. Look, here's a little one stuck. There's like an oil stuff on there too. Well, let's see. Let's pull that screw. There's a little screw right there. You can take that little screw off there. You know, let's get rid of some stuff here. Let's clean up just a touch. Just a touch. Just so we, you know, when you have the the solder wick hanging out, just draped across, and then it grabs onto you or something, and you swipe all the screws and everything on the floor, and you know, all that's going to do is cause me aggravation and pain. All right, let's. Ooh, why has it got to be so tight? What is this? I don't want to, you know, I'm going to force it too much and something bad's going to happen. What's going on? Something ain't right here. Something ain't right. Maybe I can use a better, let's see, this is a, I mean, this is much longer screwdriver, but it's better than that one. I don't know if it'll fit in that. Oh, you know what? I don't think that's a screw. I think it's just... Oh, how stupid, huh? How stupid. It's not a screw. It just pushes on there. That was... Alright, people. You can start laughing at me now. Go ahead. Start laughing. Start laughing. Alright, we're done laughing. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Let's see how we can do this. Even though that was pretty stupid. But, you know... part of life, right? If everything we did, we never made a mistake, we never learned. The best way to learn something new is to make a mistake and unmistake whatever you did. It would be nice, maybe. Yeah, see, these have to be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the O-rings are going to work or not. Because it seems like I don't really know what else could you put in there besides put some kind of like rubber grommets in there. I wish I had some, but I just don't have. I guess it we could probably buy on Amazon a little rubber grommet kit. I'll bet you they do have something of that type. Look at that little cute banana slicer. Look at that thing. All the adjustments are sealed, so I don't know if we're going to be doing much fine-tuning of this. Maybe we'll try. We may, but I mean, look at all those, the little, it's like, it's just, I'm sure this was rubber at one time. Not anymore, though, but look at that. Look at that. I don't know if it was the best idea taking this apart, because now we'll have to get something back in there, but I guess let's just take a quick look. Maybe if we can get the screws out of there, we can get all these little white pieces in the trash. No sense. You know what? Well, now we see what it is. If these O-rings will work. My idea was put an O-ring on the bottom, one on the top, and then just screw the screw down. And I mean, it may work. Like if we use, let's see. The only thing is it's just a little big for. If it was just one. If it was that fat, but just slightly smaller, just one size smaller, that would have worked. You know, I may have, hang on a second, I may have, in a drawer, I think it's over here, I have some O-rings. Here's one of the next things, radios we're going to work on. I've got two of these TR-831s in the box. I never opened these, so, well, one of them I think we did open. But one we didn't, and these I think are going to be a good project here. So I put them on the side here so we can go through them, and we didn't do it yet. But when I saw that this Maco was actually in Matsushita, I thought that would be a good choice for today. So, all right, let's see. Here's some VCR tires, flat belts. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to pause it for right now, and when I find it, I'll be back. So you're not watching me do this. All right, hang on. Okay, so here's a whole bunch of little O-rings right here. Let's see. So these little, like these little ones right here, that's what I was kind of thinking may fit on there. We can get maybe one on each side. You can just, we got to do the, obviously the, let's see. We got one here, so we got to do the back one first. If we can just lay it on there like that. Right? Let's see. That should work. Lay one there. Where's the third one? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Look at that. It's got some, the other, whatever that stuff was made out of at the bottom there. Stuck on there. Come on, get in there. Alright. So, hopefully that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then, let's see, hopefully the screw will be long enough. Let's see if it'll fit in there. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll be okay. Look at that. It's magnetic. You know, really, when I don't want when I want a magnetic screwdriver, it's, you know, the thing becomes demagnetized. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. All right. Let's see. Can we get it in there? Get in there. You know what? We need a larger one on this side, it looks like. We need even a fatter one on this side. Let's see. We got the one size. You know what? We could actually do... How can we do this? Let's see. Here's the next size up right here. It needs to be one solid piece. So, I don't know. You know, I think once it's in there, it should be okay. Let's try it anyway. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can. Well, I don't know if you could put a washer. Because it has to be isolated, right? So, I mean, I guess we could put a like a plastic washer on there. I think I do have some. I think I have some plastic washers. So here, hold on. What are these right here? No, those are. We have these little these are definitely plastic washers from like VCRs or whatever. I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. We could find one in there. Alright, so I'm going to pause it. I'll find the right one and then I'll come back. Alright, so what I did here is we've got the little tiny O-ring. We put this little plastic washer. I had to make the hole just a little bit larger on there because it wouldn't quite fit. So I used the soldering iron to just make it just a little bit larger. And there you go. She's working like a champiroony. There's one more screw. Well, here it is right here. It's actually working pretty well. See, here's the little plastic washer. Stick it on there. Make it tight. Push it in. Screw it down. This way it's still, you know, it's very good. This way it's isolated. It has to be isolated. These are, like I said, these are like thrust washers and stuff for VCRs. And these are just plain O-rings. Just lots and lots of plain O-rings. I don't even know where these came from. These, I'm not even sure where they came from. They've been around here for a while, though. Put that back in there. Alright, so there you go. Now we got to realign this thing, though. You know what? Is that how it went in there? So it goes, okay. So it's got to go, let's see. That looks about right, huh? You think? I guess we're gonna. Ooh, I guess we gotta stretch that out a little bit because I don't want to do it too much. We wind up snapping it off. That would be the end of it if we snapped it off. Because I thought it was a screw all the way. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. That's good. All right, let's see. Let's see how that works. Now it's nice and tight. It's isolated. Let's see if it still works. We all ready? All right, let's see. Let's get make sure none of the wires actually came off yet, but come on. Alright, it looks like it's working, so let's put the radio back in the case here. I'll have to figure out something that we're going to do for the plastic case. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, you know what? I'd like to glue this piece back on just because it held on the we got this stuff that it's an accelerator for super glue. So let's see, you just got to make, you only got one shot at this though, so you got to make sure you got the you know, you have all the direction and everything. It goes like right. Let's see, yeah, right there is how it goes. And then you got to just glue it, stick it, and make sure. But that accelerator makes it work so much better. It's kind of, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I don't know where this came from. It came from one of the, it came from a TV shop that I helped clean out. Instant adhesive activator. Yeah, it works really well. It's kind of interesting stuff. And it's quick. That's the thing. You know, I know crazy glue is usually quick anyway, but anybody that's used super glue knows that it works great and quick when you don't want it to, but if you try to glue something that you need to glue right away, for some reason it stays wet. You know, kind of nuts, but that's my experience with super glue anyway. But that stuff makes it work really well, whatever that stuff is. Alright, so that was an important one to get back on there because it holds the well, actually the whole thing is, because every piece that we need to, you know, that holds the battery stuff together. So, oh look, another piece of orange plastic. I don't know, it's falling out of the bottom there. We'll have to figure that one out. We'll have to figure out how to do that. How come the wires are so tight now on the speaker? I didn't even move the speaker. I guess they were that way to begin with. Let's see. They were just tight maybe to begin with? I don't know. It must have been, yeah. Alright, let's see. At least put the chassis back in there. See if I remember what screws went where. I think on the back of the circuit board, let's see if I remember how these went. There was a little insulator that went right here. Right. Have to use the long screwdriver. And then there was the other one that went here. This is the one we glued back on. We'll have to do that. I'll have to glue all those little pieces maybe. I just want to hear this thing work right now. And then there was one Phillips screw that went right here. We're going to put some batteries in it maybe. See if we can get batteries to stay in there. Yeah, it's going to be tough to get batteries in here, I think, but we're going to try. Let's see. Let me grab here's 4 batteries right here. So they just have to go into this thing here. Well, let's see. So, you know, this shouldn't have come off without removing those screws, but obviously everything's all cracked out, so definitely going to need a little bit of work, but alright, let's see. So how did it go? It's got to go behind here like that, and this is going to, well, I mean, I don't know how that's going to hold it all together, but it has to. It's the only thing that's really there. And this would go in there like this. See, under the pressure though, that's the thing though. I mean, it's going to push everything apart. And the screw was held on. I don't know if that's going to be good. Let's see if we can just get it in there, just to play with it. Is it on? Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Let's just tighten, if we can get this screw tight, just that's good enough for right now. All right, there you go. I mean, oh no, it didn't work. It didn't tighten. I would like to get that. Let me see if I can get this screw started. Just to hold the batteries in there. This side has to go in first because with the batteries in there, it's putting pressure and it's pushing this to the side. See, this is the issue. I've kind of seen that coming because let's see. If we can get that just to, I wish I had a larger, I don't know what I did with the common head screwdriver I had here. It's like gone. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. Alright, let's see if we can just get this started here. Nah, it's not doing too good. Nope. Yeah. If I can get that just to get in there, if I can get it just to, is that screw, if I can get the screw into the head of that, we'll figure it out though. We'll have to make, you know what, let's see, does it work? Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it back in the case for right now. just to hold it all together. And then we're going to just play with it for a minute, and then we'll take it back apart and glue all those little pieces. I'm not going to do that on camera, but
DeWalt 20-volt max drill or impact driver kits for just $99.
there you go.
We help, you save. Valid to 12/3. Selection varies.
Let's see.
Muchas veces enganchados en esa mentira.
Fair credit program. Our buying team got a little. Those are gone now. I feel like. And they haven't been able to get much of anything going. This year is Alabama's win over Georgia at Georgia, the third nation to have no losses.
IRS problem. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer.
Never be afraid of the
By visiting
IRS.
us online at PRA.com or call
You can become a sovereign citizen, and they believe that the IRS gives them permission to do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Real solutions for real people.
Work injury is now easier than ever to find the injury help you need. Text injury help to 40222.
I'd like to know what channel this is, just out of curiosity. Look at that dirt that came out from right there. I can imagine like what if there's DNA in that dirt from like 100 years ago. Oh, it's fading away.
Your tires, and you never need an appointment. Grab coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. SoCalOilChange.com. It's 11:39. It's
KNX. Isn't that amazing that I can get, right now it's, I don't know, it's about, this is a Los Angeles radio station, which is, KNX is a, they're a high power station, but still they're about 300 miles away from where I am now. That's kind of cool, isn't it, that we can get that here, and with this Maco 6 transistor, this thing's working pretty good. It's fading away now.
You see James Madison up there in the top left corner. Sunbelt champ.
That's not it. That's it right there.
generation, fifth generation, whatever it is.
It's coming back.
And so many folks are from countries where
How cool, huh?
football is the #1 sport, the #2 sport, and everybody's got a club from home.
8 matches in all will be played at SoFi Stadium, and LA tourism officials say
So from here, we're about, I know we used to drive, well, we still do, but drive from here to Disneyland, which is pretty much a straight shot, and it's about 270 miles. So I'm assuming KNX is probably downtown, and it's probably another 30 or 40 miles to the city, to downtown Los Angeles. So, you know, you're talking 300 plus miles, and it picks it up pretty reliably, pretty good. Let's see what else we can get.
Is that it's deceptive because it's imitating something that's real.
That sounds like a local.
No, we're not one of the big guys. Don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing
That
away
sounds like a
thousands
local.
over a lifetime.
our entry-level data plan started.
That's not a local. Ooh, I'd like to know what that is. It's not English, but it's not local. That's definitely local.
Sports Radio YouTube channel. Just search Fox Sports Radio. And they will get the champion.
Ooh, we got some touching plates on the banana slicer right there. Right there. We'll have to fix that. Right there, we got some touching banana slicer plates.
For Miami fall.
Let's see if we can, let's see. It's going to start falling apart as soon as I take it out here. Too bad about the case being broken up like that. That's too bad. It would have been nice to do while it was out. You know what? I guess it's alright. Usually, this is going to be such a pain. Come on. Yeah, you know, I actually see a little dirt in there. It's right in that one spot, right there. And I guess, let's see. I think, right there, let's see. Let's see, we'll do that again, just give it a little bend. You really should never bend these plates, but these are so close. Yeah, I think I got it. Yep. There you go. Fixed banana slicer. One repaired banana slicer. Let's see, we'll put that back. Oh, no, no! We're going to try our hardest to glue all these pieces back together, but it's probably not going to be as easy as it seems, but we'll try. We got a bunch of those little pieces of plastic laying still here, so let's give it one more try now that we oh, let's see, is it still working? Yeah, now that we got the slicer untouching. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get it back in the case here. Just as long as it stays in the case, it's okay. Yep. One fixed banana slicer. All right, let's see. It's weird that you can get into certain. I think right here, like this angle right here seems to be. But you know, that's weird. I move it. Whatever.
To honor our love, and but I had
a. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to try to find a better spot that doesn't have that buzzing. Hang. It's like right here. It's like the best. You know, it's strange, but I'd like to find out where that's coming from. But I think that's the camera.
There were some. Know who would sponsor
Revolution. This new exhibit celebrates Sam.
William Peters.
Thank you for taking my call.
What's that?
We all watched the Stingers ride off back in the 1990s. Early 2000s? Well, what are you reading? Okay. That's why you're here, okay.
We have Indiana's going to be.
Father Simon says.
It's so close to each other.
Okay.
Land or commercial property that is costing you money. Sports 1140 with the call special indeed. The 8-3s of 1 Corinthians 11.
Right in here, I believe that's KNX.
1 Corinthians 5, I believe. Now lost 3 in a row. Virginia and we're back on the Bernie Crowder Show. Fox Sports Radio. As they say in the business, we have some technical difficulties. Thanks to my crew, we fought through it. Brandon and Mark. And we... Book says go for it. Maybe heat.
Something right there. I wonder what that is. It's right about 1600.
Find out 2019. And also other Saturday.
Again? Okay, well that's it for this beautiful Maco Matsushita electric industrial radio with the repaired banana slicer and replaced capacitors. Now we just have to glue the case back together. Well, either way, this is another fixed one under the belt. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone. We'll figure out which one we're going to do next. And be good to each other. Stay safe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.